says we can do this, right? Okay, Bonnie, let's go to the next chapter.
Okay, we
I mean,
can
next
do
paragraph.
this. Learning is an ability you made and gave yourself. It was not made to do the will of God, but to uphold a wish that it could be opposed, and that a will apart from it was yet more real than it. And this has learning sought to demonstrate, and you have learned what it was made to teach. Now does your ancient overlearning stand implacable before the voice of truth and teach you that its lessons are not true, too hard to learn, too difficult to see, and too opposed to what is really true. Yet you will learn them, for their learning is the only purpose for your learning skill. The Holy Spirit sees in all of you. His simple lessons and forgiveness have a power mightier than yours, because they call from God and from yourself to you. That feels very empowering, but I don't know, his simple lessons in forgiveness, somehow when all the emotion is there.
That's called overlearning.
Overlearning.
Remember, that's a good way to define that. Emotional is my ancient overlearning. I probably have lifetimes of upset about this idea of guilt, just rushing forward, is ancient overlearning the idea the Son of God is guilty, that I have to stand up. Because he's saying the lesson, this forgiveness lesson is easy, but you've got so much overlearning in the way that you can't hear the simple lesson. You see the difference? It's a simple lesson, but I got my complicated lesson in my way. My ancient overlearning of this is just saying, oh, forget that. That can't be true. Look at all of this emotion. Look at all these thoughts I have. Look at all these experiences. How could that be true? Right? I think that's why, when you know that, you just know that. Then you can be patient with yourself and go, I am chipping at an iceberg of overlearning.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Ancient even overlearning.
An ancient overlearning.
So we're like tackling a large project when we're trying to chip away at this, even though the lesson is very simple.
I keep working with this, the simple lesson of forgiveness. I came in with a definition earlier in the book. It said, forgiveness is the correction of a perception of separation. I like that. And then, recently I just thought, well, you could say forgiveness is the unveiling of the beauty in my neighbor, or my, seeing his true identity.
Oh, I like that first one. That's I have need of today.
Both of those are saying the same thing, because the separation is the idea that somebody's guilty. Because if you're a part of God, one with God, how could you be guilty? God is not guilty. So if you're part of him, you have to be the same quality. So the separation is the idea, no, there's actually some that aren't a part of God anymore. They're the guilty ones. So that's why forgiveness is the healing, the correction of the idea of separation. That it's possible that a brother could be other than an attribute of God. Which is the same thing as now you're seeing the beauty in your brother, because you've unveiled the false idea of guilt. So this is all lining up.